let's go to the topic a little bit, and you know,
Legendary.
I want to hear your thoughts on this whole angle. Like when the money is good, but your soul feels empty. You know what I mean? I feel like at some point R. Kelly done, he don't he don't went along a pathway where the money was right. He thought he was
Facts.
above everything, and maybe what is it? Transferred his soul. You know what I mean?
To
For
some
some,
way.
you know what I
Cue
mean?
that.
Allegedly.
Who did he do the interview with? There's so many clips out of that interview that is straight gold,
Was it
bro.
with Gail?
With
Was it with
Gail,
Gail?
bro. Cue a clip, bro.
They killing
Run
me,
it
man.
up.
They
They
killing me.
killing me. No, yeah. I think
Nah.
what in terms of the topic and like losing your soul, for me, the definition of soul was kind of, it will change based off of the person. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it in your music that you want to convey and what you want to talk about, or the style you want to stick to for yourself as an artist in the music industry to make things pop? Like
Yeah.
sometimes you're not gonna do that sound. Like one of the guys that I love, he's also from the Virgin Islands where my family's from, T-Ron. He talks about how him and his brother were in a group, but the song that blew up for them, they make rap music, R&B, whatever, and the song that blew up for them was a pop song. You know what I'm saying? So you have that ability, but the
Yeah. Yeah.
need for a writer wasn't for y'all to be rappers. It was for y'all to go into your pop bag. And then now they
Right.
are
Right.
just
Right.
songwriters,
That's
and
the lane there.
that's the lane that they're in. He wrote that one Bruno Mars in the Korean joint.
Korean?
Part APT.
Oh, I don't
How
know.
does it go? It was popular recently
Okay. I
on
must have
like
missed that one.
TikTok, and it went crazy. So just tapping into that, because that's what's paid the bills, bro. Like sometimes being an artist for
Facts.
yourself, it's not always what's going to
Yeah.
fill the
Yeah.
pockets.
I it's actually kind of relevant because in the
Yes.
interesting thing about this topic is it says when the money is good but the soul is empty. I know there might be some indie artists listening where it's like, well, I ain't even got to the point where the money is really good. You know what I mean? So how
Yeah.
is this relevant to me? I think this is I think this is good along the way because we believe in you at here at the
Yeah.
new indie that it will get good, and when it does get good, how do you handle that success? But also too,
Facts.
as you're trying to scaffold towards greater revenue, in your music career, thinking of that question early on to say like, well, as I'm studying, just what the music landscape looks like, and the cats who are popping and seemingly,
Yeah.
making the bags are making this kind of music. So maybe I need to make a pivot. How to
Yeah.
evaluate that to say like, is this really the right direction for me? Is this something that will be beneficial for my career? Or is this going to set me back in different ways? Setback could look like
Yeah.
I'm trading my satisfaction as an artist, my desire, my drive, my purpose as an artist for something that is just at the end of the day just giving me a certain type of success, aka money, but maybe not the type of success that feels rewarding at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
yeah, like
And
this
I feel
was
like that.
go
I
ahead,
feel
go ahead.
like, not to cut you off. I feel like this is a common theme. Like you always hear from a rich person, like money isn't everything. You know what I'm saying? You always hear that from somebody
Yep.
that got money. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when Swoop made a song, and it always stuck with me. Like I wouldn't mind crying in a Lambo if that's the
For sure.
case. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I do think that it's important to understand that it's a real thing where you'll reach that dollar amount you strove for, and then you'll be like, man, I don't feel the fulfillment's not there. So at the end of
Yeah.
the day, you got to ask yourself, you have to do a self inventory on yourself and be like, all right, well, what is the thing that I'm striving for? Because you thought it was a money amount and you made that amount of money, and it's still not fulfilling, and you still feel lost, you still feel helpless, or you don't feel like what you planned on your career to look like is looks like. And I do think it's a conversation for yourself to find out what your purpose, what the real purpose is, and what you're aiming for. So that's the main
Yeah.
reason with the soul and what it feels like. Because there be some times, and maybe you feel like this, where you'll make a song for the songs that are needed, especially in the sync space, are oftentimes not the vibe that I would do naturally,
Hmm.
and they're also maybe not even the topic I would do naturally. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah,
it's just like, but that's what's gonna pay. If I study this, if I study how to do this well, it's gonna pay.
yeah,
And
yeah,
do you feel like you lose your artistic side of yourself in doing that?
yeah. I was gonna say I relate to the example that you gave early on with your homeboy, where like one of my biggest songs, I think still to this day, I think it might be the most streamed song that I have. It's called "Hold You Down,"
Hmm.
and it was the last song I think we wrote for an EP that I did a couple years ago, like 2018, and it was it was and is not my favorite song
Mm.
on the EP. It might actually be my least favorite song on the
On it,
EP, and not because I don't like it. It's just because
right?
as an artist, that's just not because even that song, like that song wouldn't even came about had not my manager said, "I love this EP, but it's missing a single," and she was
Ah,
absolutely right. Like that joint took off. You know what I
right.
mean? Like where we weren't even anticipating it, but I remember like everything that I wrote from like for that EP, I wrote in isolation, just me and my producer. It was just like a very genuine offering.
Yeah.
And thankfully, like my audience resonate, like still, like I talk about it every now and then, but I feel like still to this day is one of my like those who have followed me, you know what I mean, my career. They look at that EP and say like, "Yo, good." It's like I still get text messages occasionally from like my homies who
From
send me,
Goodish.
yeah, they who send me that EP, like, bro, this joint still helps me like get out of my own way or just help me when I'm going through whatever it is that I'm going through. And so that's that dynamics. Like I probably would have wished one of my other songs went that crazy, but the song that I
Yeah.
liked the least that I didn't even really write, on my own. Like I wrote it, but it was a collaboration. But anyway,
Collaborative
so that
effort.
so that, like it's one of those things where, well, actually, I wanted to ask you, which side of this do you stand on? Like, you know, are you on the side of like, yo, get the bag? You know what I mean? Or are you like follow your heart, follow your dream, like follow what's in you? Like, where do you kind of stand on that
I
conversation?
I being the dreamer in me says you can do both. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can fully be yourself and you see it happen. Um but there's an aspect of me where I'm like, get the bag first. You know what I'm saying? Especially
Mm-hmm.
depending on where you are in your life. Like, get the bag first, set yourself up, set your bank account up to where now you can actually execute on the things that you had in your head and money no longer be an obstacle. Like,
Yeah,
so I am an advocate for chase the bag, don't let go of your dream, get to it, but chase the bag first.
yeah.
Um, and there's, but you know, so crazy in my brain, that's a part of the dream. You know, like
That's a good point.
it's all like, I if you are built a system so much within yourself and you know you're like you know what you're aiming for, like,
Yeah,
I can work on this season right now, and I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna focus on my project or my album later. But right now, my family needs this. I need this. I need to sustain this. So I'm team. Get the bag first,
yeah.
then execute your dream once you sustain.